Hey everyone's JackelWolf back in Rustic Waters with another 5 minutes. That's how I did it. Now, if you've been following along, you know that we are working our way through the quest book. Last episode, we did the Furry Friends, which was to craft ourselves a cauldron. That gave us our cow in a jar and a bucket. We then used that cauldron and the milk from the cow in the jar to make a block of cheese. Now, that was very, very simple. It was also very, very manual. So I took it to the next step and I built myself a little bit of a curdling station. And then we used a funnel and a item hopper, and we've basically automated our cheese production. So I've let this AFK for about an hour last week, when I was done that video, and we got a stack and a little bit of the cheese, which is really, really good. So I'm going to take about, just this little half stack of 26. And what we're going to do today is we're going to go and do the Cheesing the Hunt quest, followed by the Fromunda Where quest, the Winning Them Over quest, and then the Tricksy Mices quest. This is going to get us rats in our world now, and we will worry about setting them up to do tasks next episode. But for this episode, we're going to go and get them into the world. So our first quest is the Cheesing the Hunt. You will need to lace the cheese with a bit of punch and stench to really draw in the rats. Many of the sea creatures, including squids and sharks, will drop some of their droppings upon death. Round up a few fresh twisties to make the cheese stronger. And then it says, using your new bow, prismarine arrows, brûlé brew, should be able to pick off some sea life. We don't actually have to do that. This is a little bit misleading. We just need to get 4 of these turds, because that's what it's called in the game. I'm not saying that because I want to. We've actually already got a place for them, and that's right from our strainer. So I am in the process of moving my strainer over here so I can automate them with the rats and kind of keep them away from this little opening here. But I've been using uppers to bring the items up into this chest up here. And you can see we've got some turds just sitting here waiting for us to use them. So if we go and check out the how you can find them. You can get them from straining with the Survivalist Strainer Dense, and it's a fairly common drop. You can see we've got 51 of them already. That's pretty useful. We will need a bunch of these for the rats. A little bit of a side note, they are a really, really great fuel as well. It smelts 40 items each, which is really good compared to, say, charcoal, which I think is about 8 items each. So 5 times more than just a full block of charcoal, which is good. Save them, though. You're going to need them for the rats. So there we go. Quest complete. Cheesing the Hunt. We're going to go open that up. We're going to go and claim our reward, which is a rat upgrade lumberjack. I'll be honest with you, this one's not super, super useful. I will demonstrate how to set it up probably in the next episode. But we've got these saplings already going with the hopping bonsai. Well, that's like a bad example. I've taken a bunch of wood out of that one just recently to make charcoal. But you can see, I'm already full up on wood. These have just been passively collecting wood. So unless you suddenly need a lot of wood or there's a particular type of wood that you need, this one's not going to be a super, super big help. But what we'll do is we're going to go put this off to the side for now. And the next quest we got to do to get rats into our world is the Fromunda Where. And whip up a bit of Fromunda cheese in the farmer's table, place it on the ground. When you break it open, you will likely find a rat has already burrowed inside. You may want to create a small enclosure so the rat does not get away. Be careful, there is a small chance you catch a plagued rat. Ooh. So yes, you definitely got to be careful about those plagued rats. They will give you the plague, which, you can actually pass on to other players if you're in a multiplayer world. But that's neither here nor there. Hopefully we won't get one for our first little demonstration. To make the Fromunda cheese, it is 1 block of cheese and 4 of the turds. In a trader's workshop gets us a Fromunda cheese. So basically what it says is you place it in your world. Quest complete Fromunda Where. Actually, let's open that up. This one gives us the rat upgrade extra breath. This one will come in handy if you bring your rat with you when you go out swimming. This will allow it to actually, it will not take any suffocation or drowning damage, which is, it would be nice if we had something like that. But we've placed this block of cheese in the world. You can see it is giving off all sorts of little stink lines, I'm going to call them. We're going to go break that, and we get ourselves a rat spawn egg. So I've, created a little bit of an enclosure over here. That is because the rat will do its best to run away from you. The last thing we need is him, sort of falling in any holes. I could block off some doors here, but I think this is going to work pretty well. We're going to go take that, spawn him into the world. We got a plague rat. Oh, and he attacked me immediately. Oh, he attacked me immediately. I got an advancement, though, down with the sickness. That's not what I wanted. Plague for about 5 minutes. That's not good. So we're going to go and get... Holy cow. Wow, he is loud. Well, how can I not attack you? Okay, we got to make ourselves a sword. Oh, wait, I got a bow. I got a bow on me. That's probably the better way of dealing with this guy. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. Not the way I planned it to work, but we've got enough resources. We're going to go make ourselves a second bit of Fromunda Cheese. There you go. So that's the second one. Place it. Break it. There we go. And spot them in. There we go. We now got a regular rat. Don't attack it while you've got the plague, because you will pass the plague on to it. And that's the last thing we want. So this rat is still wild, though. It will basically run away from you. It won't do any tasks. You can't interact with it. What we got to do now is tame that rat. To tame the rat, we've got to go into our next quest, which is winning them over. Chop your cheese into slices on your trader's work table. Drop the cheese to the rat to tame it. It can take a dozen or more slices to tame the rat. Once tamed, you can right-click your rat to open its inventory. They can use helms, weapons, along with upgrades. You can pick up your rat on your shoulders by sneak right-clicking them. You can set them down by your feet by sneak right-clicking the air. So, and then the reward we get from that is 4 rat cages. So to make this cheese, we're just going to take the block of cheese into the trader's workshop, and that's going to give us some cheese slices, 4 per block. We're going to make as much as we can, 20. That should be more than enough. That should be more than enough. We've forgotten the crackers. That is the advancement there. And basically what you want to do is you just want to go and throw this cheese to this rat. And he'll go and he'll munch it up. And after he eats enough, he will basically, become tame. And then we can sort of go and interact with them. And every now and again, when he's eating something, he will drop those little turds. There we go. We got the hearts. That's good. We can now pick you up. Come on, stay still. All right, too high up. That's the problem. There we go. So we now have a female rat. It is eating this cheese. Its current command is follow me. We can set these commands pretty simply. We can do the wander. We can do the stay here, the follow me, the hunt prey, the gather items, the harvest, the transport items, and then back down to the wander. So for the moment, I'm going to click stay here. If it is following you, it will follow you all over the place, and it will do the teleport thing just like a regular pet will. Definitely not something that we want. You want a little bit finer control over them. Shift, left click will bring them up, and that rat is now sitting on our head. Oh, look at that. That skin. My skin was already bad because of the Ta memorial. And this is even worse. But the rats will sit on your head. You can carry 3 at a time. The other 2 will go on your shoulders. If you want to get rid of them, you've got to shift. Actually, we're going to go over this way so we don't actually hit anything. Shift, left click the air, and it'll drop that rat at your feet. It's a good way to place them exactly where you want them. But we'll do it from inside here as well. So shift, right click brings them up. Shift, left click the air. If I shift, left click that wall, he's not dropping. Shift, left click the air, he's now down on my feet. So we're going to go pick him up. We'll come out of here. And then let's go claim that reward really quickly. 4 rat cages. This is going to be super, super important just for, keeping your rats from, wandering around too much. I'm going to shift, left click him down. Right now he is set to stay here, or she is set to stay here. If I put him in the cage, it will stay in that block that I put them in. If I set this to wander, it will actually wander around in the cage. So right click into the cage, will drop them into the cage. You don't actually have to shift right click for it. To get them back out, you just go shift right click, and then you can interact with them, pick them up, put them down, do whatever you need to do with them. So I'm going to go put her back in that cage for now. Next up, the last thing we're going to do for this episode, before we kind of go on to actually really training these rats, we're going to do the Trixie Mices, which is to craft 4 wooden trapdoors. Rats are smarts and tricksy rodents. They have a terrible tendency to run around and get into trouble if you have to take your eyes off them for a few seconds. They've been known to crawl through the hub keyholes in your walls, dive into the moon pools, and crawl under any fences you erect. You may want to rat-proof your base a bit by covering your keyholes and moon pool drops with trapdoors. So basically, we just got to, make sure there's no way for them to get out into the water where basically they're going to drown. So last thing that's what we want. To do that, we can use some wooden trapdoors. Doors will work as well. I could actually put some doors here to help keep them, into the space. But we're going to do the trapdoors because that is the quest. There you go. Trixie Mice complete. Let's go and actually put these over top of the keyholes. And then I will actually build some doors in here. I've got no real plans to have these mice, wandering around my base. Most of the rat works will be in this room here. So I'm not going to worry about, covering up that water hole or anything like that. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. Oh, we got to go and collect. Our reward on this one is a fluid allocator, which is a way of sort of spreading around some fluids. I don't have a particular use for it right now, but it actually will work really, really good. Sort of right here, we've got our pump that's going into our funnel, which is, going into this chest. But right now, this guy here is empty. He's not getting any water, and I've tried putting him on top. It will fill up, but it really only picks one. This pump will only pick one sort of output, and I think it's the first thing that you attach to it. I'm not 100% sure. But if we take this fluid allocator, we can put it on top. We can actually pull fluids from it. So the input is the blue, the output is the orange. You can see right now from the bottom, it's actually pushing stuff out. So this is trying to push fluids from the bottom. We want to click that until it is blue. That means it's going to be pulling water out of this pump and pushing it into these, reservoirs in here. Now, it's still not doing anything over here because right now it is saying pull items in from the left-hand side. We're going to go click that to orange, and it is now pumping water into this area here. So very, very useful if you got to start moving some fluids around. I don't really need it right now, though. This will be handy for me, filling up buckets manually versus filling up buckets just by, throwing them into the little auto filler right over here. And we will actually probably have to move this over here because we will want the rats to have access to the buckets of water. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I think it was actually a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. If you did, please think about leaving a like and a subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at JackelWolf. Also, check out my Twitch page. I keep forgetting to mention it. I've actually been streaming Rustic Waters with some friends on Saturday nights, 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. I also stream a lot of other modded Minecraft stuff Tuesdays and Fridays. So if you guys are interested in checking me out there, JackelWolf77 on Twitch. You can also talk to me on Discord. There's a link down below. And if you guys enjoy this channel, if you enjoy this content, you want to support, stop by my Patreon page. There are a lot of great perks there for all of my supporters, but that is it. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.